Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? My name is Bladezz, and I'm here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. And before we get started on the topic, which was sort of suggested by a couple of you guys last video, I want to clarify something with the background footage really quickly. This background footage is not me. I'm not playing. This is of my girlfriend. She came over one day, and I sort of thought it would be funny to record her playing and upload that in the video. Unfortunately, I totally messed up, and I didn't record the voice audio, which was probably the funniest part to this. But anyway, yeah, that's what you're seeing in the background. This was her first time ever playing, and she doesn't really play any first-person shooters or anything, so I just thought it would be funny. So that's the background video. Now, on to the topic. I wanted to talk about today, you guys suggested it, last video I made was about the meta. The new, meta sort of mindset of the spy, now with all the new changes that have taken place to the spy class. The sort of role of the spy has sort of shifted a bit. And you guys had suggested, I talked a bit about the l'étranger, the revolver, the ambassador, a brief stuff about all that. So this time you guys asked me to talk about the Diamondback, which I must admit I glossed over in the last video, because there was a pretty substantial change to the ambassador, and I really didn't mention any of it. So I'm here to talk about it today and sort of what that means as well. So if you're unfamiliar, like I was, the Diamondback was recently changed. Before, the Diamondback was, it was every time you sapped a building successfully, you would get a free critical hit on your Diamondback. This, of course, came with a penalty of -20 base damage. But, however, if you ever sapped something and successfully destroyed it, you'd get a guaranteed critical hit, sort of like Frontier Justice for the engineer, sort of a similar mechanic to that, however, with sapping buildings. Now, that's what it previously was. It recently got patched so that now not only is it when you sap buildings and destroy them that you get a charge on your critical hits, it's also whenever you get a backstab. So that is a huge buff. They didn't change anything else. They didn't decrease the damage. They didn't, add a firing rate slow or anything like that. They just straight buffed it with that. Which is good because you never used to be able to use the Diamondback, in all honesty. It was pretty bad. There were very few situations, sometimes if there was a huge sentry nest and no one was guarding it for whatever reason, you can go in there and sap everything and no one would, notice, then it would be okay, but that was a very rare situation and not many people used it because it just wasn't that good, and I can sort of understand why you wouldn't use it. It makes sense not to. However, with the new change, now that it affects backstabs as well, so whenever you get a backstab, you get a guaranteed critical as well. Not only do you get it, and you also get it when sapping buildings still, which is a huge buff. I mean, if you know spies, for the main part, it's backstabbing. That's, a large percentage of the kills you're going to be getting are coming from your backstabs, unless, of course, you're running an ambassador, sort of dead ringer aggressive, headshotting sort of loadout. However, a lot, normally, under normal circumstances, a lot of your things are going to be coming out from your backstabs, a lot of your kills. So having those guaranteed criticals is very, very good. It means that, as soon as you get a backstab, say you get a backstab on a soldier, right? And you notice behind you, there's a pyro. As soon as you get that backstab, you can turn around and shoot that pyro anywhere if it's sort of a panic situation and get a guaranteed critical hit, which is very, very good. It used to be that, you know, a couple weeks ago, or not weeks ago, months ago, the only really two viable options for pistols were the Ambassador and the Revolver. That was it. You know, pretty much nothing else was viable. The L'Étranger, the Diamondback, neither of them were very good. So you couldn't really use them. But now, with the L'Étranger buff and the Diamondback buff, we're seeing a much more diverse pistol loadout selection for the Spy. I walk around now and I see Spies using everything. I see a L'Étranger, and then I'll see a Diamondback, a Revolver, and an Ambassador, and you rarely see that. Usually there is a clear-cut best option, but here there really isn't. They're all sort of situational at this point, which I think Valve did a very good job of balancing it in that manner. Now, I will say this. I am horrible with the Diamondback after the new patch and even before it. I get really stressed out, like, at when I get guaranteed criticals. So say if I got a like, I don't know, let's say, take it back to the Frontier Justice. Say I got, like, I don't know, 6 guaranteed criticals from the Frontier Justice. I am so bad at landing those shots because the pressure, you know, you get this, you know, guaranteed criticals, and either I will do one of two things. I will do spam a bunch and miss like 90% of my shots when normally I wouldn't, just because I'm so pressured. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta hit because I only get 6 of these, and that mindset causes me to miss more than I hit. So either that happens, or I become super cautious, like, oh no, I can't hit him, this is one of my 6, oh no, okay, and then he gets away, when I should have been able to, you know, just shoot him, and not really be afraid of losing these criticals, but I am. So that's one thing to be said. It does add a certain level of pressure, for me at least, to land those hits accurately, because you know you only get a set amount with that critical damage. So, if you guys have any input, let me know what you guys are running out of those sort of revolvers now. I swapped to the Diamondback for a little bit. Still think I'm going to run with the Ambassador as my main, maybe the L'Étranger from time to time. And you never know, maybe I'll swap over to Diamondback some more. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're running and why. We had some good discussion last video about what you guys were running and how that was going. And so I'd like to see some more of that in this video. So I always say that. Have you noticed? Oh, God. I always say, let me guys know. Like, I don't know why. It's not what? Let me know, guys. I gotta work on that. Anyway, guys. Peace out. We will see you later. Take care, guys.